We'll talk about Rammount today and some of the applications. First, a little history and information about RKA. As you probably know, because you're here, RKA has a great YouTube page with luggage, in-charge tank bags, Sena instructional videos, bicycle, and just for fun videos. You can even see kitty videos here. RKA also has a really knowledgeable newsletter which is posted every month, and you can look back through the newsletters for many years. RKA offers many different products that work in conjunction with our Made in the USA textile luggage products. The main one being our in-charge tank bag, which can carry devices and power them up. Even our standard tank bags have power portals and can be powered up so you can charge your phone, your camera, on the fly. Here is a list of some of the items we offer. Sena S-plugs, the Garmin Verb, snow lizard cases, adaptive TPX radar detectors, two-way radios, heated clothing, backup batteries, ram mount, and power LED. Here is the link to RKA products page. RKA has been offering ram mount parts for almost 20 years, mainly to work with the RKA in-charge tank bags. Some riders want to add devices to their handlebars or other locations. Usually when purchasing ram mount parts, you need 3 parts: a base, an arm, and a cradle. If you have tubular handlebars like Kathy's F800R, the base is a no-brainer. The Ram-B-231ZU or the Ram-B-408-112-15U. A lot of numbers in there, huh? If you have weird handlebars, like my R1200RT, you may want to use the Ram-B-108BU. If you want to move something from place to place, like a sport camera, or tube, or Verb, you may want a claw, the Rap-B-400U, or a vice grip, like the Ram-121-BU. Hands down, the best thing that has come out of Rammount is the X-Grip. They have a 7 series, which has a ball. There's a 7 flat one that fits on a flat surface, and now they have a zip tie one that you can zip tie almost anywhere. The 7 size is the only flat mount option. They also have a size bigger and a size bigger than that we put our phablet in. The different sizes will hold anything from a phone to even an iPad on the dash of your car. The Ram B-202 and 238 can be a base for your cradle. The Ram B-236U and 237U can hold a camera or any threaded device. So there are many ways to attach this to that. Now the middle part, the arm, the Ram B201A, the 201, or the 201C are basic straight arms in 3 different lengths. Depending on your space requirements and ability to rotate and swivel, you need to choose which one is best for the application. Rotate and swivel. This is where the new parts come in. They are both what we consider arms. They allow a large amount of swivel and rotation. The Rap-B-200-12U and the Rap-B-200-2U. So remember, when looking for ram mount parts, you can find what you want right here at RKA. If you have any comments or questions, drop Richard a line at richard@rka-luggage.com, or feel free to call the office at 707-836-7659. Or better yet, when you're in the area, stop by our shop. So this is the flat surface X-Grip, and it doesn't have a ball on the back, so you can mount it to a flat surface. It opens and closes like this, and it has a tether to further protect anything that you have. So this is the iPhone 6. And there's the tether. You can also hold some bigger things in there. This is our snow lizard case, which is waterproof, has a 4,000 milliamp battery on the back, solar powered if you need be, and it also is waterproof. And the tether will fit on this too. So this is about as tight as you want to get before you go to the next size up, which only come in the ball mount. Also want it to be known that this is on our in-charge tank bag, which has this dashboard on it, which rotates 60 degrees. And you can put a number of items on here if you want to, and we'll show you that. You can turn it landscape if you want to. And if you are using a FRS radio, which is the family radio service radios, you can put a radio in there. If you're a ham operator or a CB operator, you can put a CB radio in here, and this one's a little bit of a stretch because the radio is so thick, but we prefer this way of mounting it. We mount it just below the push to talk button so it doesn't interfere with that. And then we've made a special little tab here that goes around, and then that keeps the radio from popping out. Now you can mount that radio on the left or the right. You can put your phone on here, and you can put the radio on here, whatever you want to do. And that's our in-charge bag. So we're showing a couple of mounts here. The standard U-bolt, which goes on round handlebars, and this one is the basic go-to one for most of the motorcycles that have tubular handlebars. The other mount that we're showing is the claw, which is just like a claw, and you can mount this almost anywhere, especially if you're using cameras and stuff and you want to mount things in special places. This is a claw. There are 3 different mounts of arms, standard arms. That's your small. This is your medium, and then they have even a bigger one that I didn't bring out of inventory because we don't hardly sell it. It's a pretty big one. So now they have some new parts that really make moving things around really nice. And this one's a swivel, so you can mount it over this way. And then if you want to turn this that way, you can turn it like that. So it's very, very versatile. Moves around this way. Whatever you want to do. Now the new one is pretty much a handful. Might have to back the camera out a little bit to show you this one. Okay, you can see it's a swivel, top and bottom, like the last one I showed you, and then they added up another hinge here, which is way cool. So now you get this positioned where you want it to, and then you can take this and turn it around whichever way you want, and then you have your swivel here, and you can turn it whatever way you want there. And then your base is going to go on the top of that. So you can take the claw and you can mount the Sena tube camera in it. And then put it on the top ball. So now you can shoot that way. Or if you want to, you can lower it down like this. Pull it back like this. Or if you want to shoot yourself, you can loosen this up and just spin it around that way and point it toward you. So there's a number of different ways that you can attach this particular bracket. It's a very, very useful bracket. So the other option, or another option, is the Rammount ball with threads on it. So you can take a small camera, any device that has threads on the bottom of it, and screw that on, pop it into there, and there's your other option. So this is the biggest X grip they make, and it's got a little handle on the back here that you open it up with. So I wouldn't recommend this one for the motorcycle, but we certainly use it in the van, and we can play our iHeartRadio or Pandora or Spotify through it, and we can do our navigation through it. And it has a 3.5 millimeter plug. We can plug it into the audio system. So it's a pretty cool unit also. So this is a vice grip type unit, which is kind of like the claw. It's a little bit more clumsy than the claw. It's an older unit. But again, this is for mounting cameras and devices like that you want to put in an unusual place. And with this threads and this setup like a vise, you can put it wherever you want to, and then mount your arm and your cradle onto this. So here's a couple of less known parts. This is a base, and this is a base. So you can mount it on a hard surface and then put your arms on that like you were in a boat or in your car or van or something like that. But the other option that you can use this for is you can mount it this way, and you can use it as a base for your cradle, the same way with this. So this is the zip tie grip, and it just sits on a handlebar or round surface, pretty much any surface, and it opens up just like the other ones, has a tether on it, but it zip ties. So earlier I said you need a base, an arm, and a cradle. This would be the cradle. So with the zip tie one, you don't need the base or the arm. This just zip ties down and you got it. So this is the 108B, and it's a hose clamp setup, and they give you a slider that goes over the hose clamp so it won't scratch your motorcycle. This one works with a lot of unusual shaped situations like my R1200 RT.